The Product Data Management module meets the specific requirements of the apparel and textile businesses. In particular, it offers structurable product codification by product type with attributes to construct the item code, technical data management and user data specific for type of product, size grids and measures, colors, variants, printing models, weaving models, neutral bills of materials, neutral work cycles, dynamic formula for consumption and time calculation. Let's see in more depth the product codification and how you can structure the item code within the system. Through this function, you may define different types of products and, for each type, define the elements or attributes that will compose the final item and in what sequence. This is easier to understand through an example of codification of a finished product. The typical finished product with color, variant and size will have a master file in which the code is composed of, say, 3 parts that each identify the item type, the item group and a progressive number. The structure ID, as it is called on the system, identifies the item group to which a range of attributes may be added. In our example, item group and progressive number. For each type of item, you can indicate which extensions you want to manage, for instance, color, variant, and size in this case. You can define codification methods also for extensions, always by defining the attributes. The combination of item code and extensions determines the potential SKUs, which may be generated in advance while defining all the item master files, or dynamically created at a later stage. In both cases, the generation is driven by the function called flying window. Before watching an example on the software, let's see the main steps that are necessary for codification. Step 1, you define and codify, that is, you set the structure ID for the various product types, finished products, fabrics, raw materials, semi-finished, etc. You associate to each typology the additional information that are then automatically inherited on the generated items. Step 2, you define and codify the various attributes that you want to use in the codification process, such as year and season, line, item group and subgroup, material type, finishing, version, etc. Step 3, at last you define for each structure ID the associated structure definition, that is, which are the attributes that compose the code and which are the extensions that are managed, color, variant, sizes, etc. You must define the structure both for the item code composition and for the extensions, if any. The concept of structure definition applies also to neutral bills of materials, work cycles, and price lists, as we will see further on. Let's see all this on the software. Now open the menu. You find all the features to manage the codification basic information, structure ID, product attributes, structure definition. Open the structure. As an example, look at all the structure types that have been codified for finished products, fabrics, yarns, etc. The number and codification of the various structure IDs is free and can be set by the user. Now go to the product attributes table. Also here, for instance, there's a wide range of attributes. For each attribute, the following elements are defined: ID, name, length, and other information, such as the check mode and its references on the system table, whether it is standard or user-defined. The last step concerns the structure definition, for which, for each structure ID, you define the composition of the code. Now let's concentrate on the construction of a full item code, and let's look at different options. The R3 structure is for finished products whose code is composed of group and progressive number with extensions, variant, color and size. The PF structure is for finished products whose code is composed of model and fabric. Structure 71 is for yarns with code composed of article, yarns count and version. Structure 28 is for buttons with code composed of shape, type of material, number of holes and finishing. Structure 30 is for fabrics with code composed of article, version, finishing. Let's look at how these settings apply when creating a new master file. Go to the Product Management menu, Released Products, and simulate the creation of a new master file. On the Code field, open the flying window and select the structure ID. Depending on the structure ID selected, the system displays the related structure as previously defined and drives the user in the code creation. If you change the structure ID, the requested fields will change accordingly. As shown, some may be free and some others may be referenced on appropriate tables. Let's simulate the creation of a finished product. The result is a structured and controlled code. Insert model and fabric and see what happens. If you search through a subset of existing items that belong to different typologies, you can see different types of structured codes. Open a finished product master file whose structure definition includes variant, sizes and color as dimensions. In product dimensions, you see those that are taken into account for the specific item: variant, sizes, colors. In released product variants, you see all the combinations that have been created and that represent the physical SKUs.